right, let's dive right in. Today, we're going to completely demystify search engine optimization. We're cutting through all the noise, all the jargon, all the outdated tricks, and breaking down a proven system that shows you how SEO really works today. So here's our game plan. First, we're going to cover the new philosophy behind SEO. This is a big one. Then we'll get into the nitty-gritty of keywords and how to build the perfect page. After that, we'll peek under the hood at the technical side of things and your site's reputation. And finally, we'll talk about the mindset you need to actually win the race to that #1 spot. Okay, first things first, we have to talk about the single biggest change that has happened in SEO. Seriously, the entire game has shifted from trying to trick a robot to just genuinely helping a human being. And this quote, it absolutely nails it. The biggest mistake you can possibly make right now is writing for an algorithm. Your one and only job is to create the best, most helpful, most satisfying answer for the real person typing that search into Google. That's it. So how does Google measure helpful? Well, they use this framework called EEAT. It stands for experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness. You can think of it like a gut check. Does your content show you've actually done the thing you're talking about? Are you an expert? Is your site a recognized authority? And can people trust what you say? If you can check those boxes, you're golden. But here's the catch. Just knowing you need to write great stuff isn't enough, not even close. To actually do this over and over again and see real results, you absolutely need a system. A repeatable process is what separates the pros from the amateurs. And for those of you who want to go from just understanding this to actually doing it, you should know this explainer is based on a much larger system. We've linked the full SEO playbook in the description below. It's got all the step-by-step templates you need to put all this into practice. Okay, so with that new philosophy in mind, let's build the foundation of our strategy. And that foundation, well, it's all about understanding what people are actually searching for. It all starts with keywords. Now, this is where so many people go wrong. They get obsessed with keywords that have massive search numbers. But you know what? That's a vanity metric. It looks good, but it doesn't do anything. The real gold is in keywords with commercial intent, searches made by people who are ready to take action. Look, every search online really falls into one of 3 simple buckets. There's navigational, where someone's just trying to get to a specific website. There's informational, where they're trying to learn something. And then there's transactional, and that's the one we love, where someone is ready to buy. So what's the strategy here? It's simple. Focus on long-tail keywords. These are those longer, super specific phrases, usually 3 words or more. Yeah, the search volume is lower, but the person searching is so much closer to converting, which means your conversion rates are going to be way, way higher. Okay, so you found that perfect long-tail keyword. Awesome. What's next? Well, now you have to build the perfect web page around it. And that, my friends, is what we call on-page SEO. This checklist covers the absolute must-haves. First, put your keyword right at the start of your title tag. Next, make your main headline, your H1 tag, super compelling, and make sure the keyword is in there. Keep your URL short and clean. And finally, get that keyword into your first paragraph, ideally in the first 100 words. But here's the pro tip. Just doing the basics isn't enough to get to #1. You have to be better than the competition. So go look at the top 3 results. What are they missing? Is their content outdated? Do they have blurry images, no video? Whatever it is, that's your content gap. That is your opportunity. Now, making sure you hit all these optimization points every single time can be tough. That's why having a solid checklist is a game changer. The full playbook resource we keep mentioning actually has a perfect on-page cheat sheet for exactly this reason. You can check it out in the description. All right, let's pull back the curtain and talk about 2 things that work behind the scenes: the technical engine that makes your site run, and the reputation you build across the web. I absolutely love this analogy because it's so true. You can have the most amazing, life-changing content, a total Ferrari. But if your website's technical SEO is broken, it's like you've poured sand in the gas tank. That car isn't going anywhere. So Google actually measures your site's technical health with something called Core Web Vitals. One of the big ones is LCP, which basically means how fast does the main part of your page load. The goal is under 2.5 seconds. How does your site stack up? It's definitely worth checking. And please do not forget this. Google is a mobile-first company now.
That means they judge your entire website based on how well the mobile version works. So if your mobile site is slow or clunky or broken, guess what? Your desktop rankings are going to suffer too. This is non-negotiable.
Now let's talk reputation. This mostly comes down to backlinks, which are basically just votes from other websites pointing to you. But the key thing to get here is that authority matters. A vote from an established, trusted website is worth 1,000 votes from some random spammy blog. So how in the world do you get these powerful votes? Well, here are 3 fantastic, totally ethical ways to do it. You can write amazing guest posts for other sites in your industry. You can use the skyscraper technique, where you find great content and make an even better version. Or you can use digital PR to create things like data studies that journalists actually want to cite. Okay, let's put it all together. You have the right philosophy, you know how to find keywords, how to structure your page, and how to build a solid technical foundation. So, what does it really take to win this thing in the long run? This is so important to understand. SEO is a marathon. It is not a sprint. You have to be patient. If you are consistent with a solid strategy, you're probably going to start seeing really significant results in about 3 to 6 months. And for those of you who are ready to start running that marathon, the full system provides the tools to get you moving. It gives you things like email scripts for your outreach, a full technical audit checklist, and content calendar templates so you can stop guessing and start executing. So there you have it. You have the what and you have the why. You literally have the blueprint for modern SEO success. The only question left is, are you ready to stop guessing and actually start ranking? To get the how, click that link in the description, grab the full playbook, and let's get to work.